I'm going to teach you how to build your first AI agents together step by step, even if you've never built one before. Every day, you can spend hours reading, researching, and replying to emails. But now, with the power of AI agents, I can automate and finish those processes in under 15 minutes. In this video, you'll learn exactly how AI agents work, how to build one using a framework, and how to make it actually do work for you. And if you want to follow along, all the resources, including a free cheat sheet and the code, will be available in the description below in my free school community. Just join below. So let's get started creating. So I have a project open. I still love Cursor, even with some of the hate that it gets. I still love Cursor as my IDE. First thing I'm going to do is type in pip install CrewAI. This will be kind of global. I already have it installed, so it only took a couple seconds. It may take a little bit longer for you. And then we're going to type in CrewAI, create crew, and then we can say my first agents. What this is going to do is going to use CrewAI, the CLI command, to go ahead and scaffold and create everything for us. So let's go ahead and go through this prompt. So select the provider. We'll just go and select whichever one you want. I'm going to choose OpenAI. I'm going to use GPT 4.1, and then we'll come back and enter our API key. But you could, at this point, go ahead and grab your API key and then paste it here. And as you can see, it went ahead and created everything that we need. So the API keys and models have been saved to the .env file. So up here on the project pane, which is on the left-hand side here, you can see we have a .env file, which is where your OpenAI key will be. We have the source folder and the config and the tools, which tools we want to get into, but the agents YAML, the task YAML file, these define what the agents and the tasks they are going to do. And then in the CrewPy file, we can look at this real quick. This is going to come down here and it's going to describe the agents. So here we have the researcher agent. It created a reporting analyst agent. We have a research task, and we also have a reporting task as well. And then we have the crew. Okay, so the crew gives the agents the task, and then the process, the sequential, that's standard. And then verbose equals true. This is going to give us more information in the output when we run this. So again, let's just look at the agents.yaml file really quick. By the way, that stands for yet another markup language, which is what this is. So we have the researcher and the reporting analyst agent. They all need to have a role, goal, and backstory. And this is just going to kind of determine the information about these agents and what they will do. And then the task YAML file, we have a research task and a reporting task. And these are going to determine what they're assigned to an agent. So the research task is assigned to the researcher. The reporting task is assigned to the reporting analyst. So we have the description and the expected output for each of these tasks. And then each agent, when it's done, is going to take the context of that or the output and send it to the next agent. So here we just describe in separate files, the agents YAML file and the task YAML file, what the agents are and the task we want them to complete. Okay, great. So now we need to do a couple more things. So what we're going to do is we created a project called My First Agent. So we're going to cd My First Agents. And once we go into that folder, you're going to type in CrewAI install. Now what this is going to do is going to go ahead and create a virtual environment for you. And it's installing all of the libraries necessary in order to actually make this run. There's quite a bit, right? But that's okay. It went ahead and did that. So if we now open this up, you see that there is a .venv file right here. And now that is the virtual environment with everything we need to actually run this. So let's go ahead and run this now. So once we're already in here, you can just simply type in CrewAI run. Now, this is going to go ahead and run everything. You see it's running the crew, and I'll explain how that worked whenever we get through this. You know what? And this is actually a great example. I forgot to put in the API key. So while this was running, I got an LLM call failed because incorrect API provided. I didn't give it one. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going back to my .env file. I'm just going to paste this here, save it, and then rerun it. Okay, so we're typing CrewAI run again, now with an actual API key. We get some nice messages here in the terminal. So the crew execution started with the task research task. And the reason is because that was the first task listed in the crew.py file. So then what it's doing, let me come back up here. So the agent is called AI LLM Senior Data Researcher. It researched based on AI LLMs currently. So it's doing up to the knowledge that it knows of right now. And then we come down here, we got the research task completed. Now the next one, now that that's completed, the next one is the reporting task. Okay, so now we have a reporting analyst who's going to review that context and span each topic into a full section for a report, okay? And then it's going to actually create a markdown file full report of everything that we saw right here. Okay, so then the agent with the reporting task, the final answer is that it created the State of AI LLM, the 2025 file, kind of expanding into each topic and then just kind of making it organized so that we can see it. Now, I know this is kind of hard to see if you're doing this on your terminal, but we'll get to that because it actually created a file. And then it's basically at the end, so now with the crew, you can see the status of the task. Each one is complete. And then we had the full crew completion as well. Now we're done. Now what it did is it created a report markdown file over here on the left. So if you click that, then you can see this is the actual file. Now, if you have an extension, and you could run through this, or you could actually see this as markdown. So if I click, I think that comes standard with Cursor or VS Code. Now this is what it would actually look like. And now this is a more readable form of what we just created. Okay, great. If you followed along, you just created your first AI agents. We didn't hardly do anything, just really a few lines of command, a few command lines that we had executed. And then we got our first output from using 2 different AI agents, each with their own task. So now what I want to do is actually want to add another agent and another task, but I want to explain to you kind of what just happened and how you can modify. So if you open up your project, so if you're my first agents, source, and then my first agents, and then go to main.py, this is kind of where things happen. So you see this run function right here. When we said CrewAI run, it executed this function right here. And what it did is it kicked off our crew, which is called my first agents, kicked them off with these inputs. Now these inputs, we had the topic and the current year. So when we saw AI LLM senior research, that's because this topic was added to the name in the task and of the agent name. So if we go back to the config agents YAML file, you can see there's this curly braces with topic here. Actually, if I highlight over this, you can see it in multiple places, right? Well, if we then go to the output, if we come all the way back to the top from the output, the first agent was called AI LLM Senior Data Researcher. So in the agents YAML file, the researcher, you can see the role right here. Now, the AI LLMs came from the main Python file. Let me bring this back down, where the topic we set to AI LLMs. So if we change this to anything else, how about we change it to what's something that actually I'm going to be talking about local LLMs with OLLAMA. Okay, so let's say that's the topic we want to learn. Then what we're going to do is it would change the agent names and then also what basically they are good at, what their goal is. If we go to task YAML file, we can see the same thing. So if we highlight over topic, we can see that it's in a couple different places here. So the research task will be to talk about local LLMs with OLLAMA right here. That will be passed to the reporting agent, and then they'll kind of format that in a way that's a little bit more readable, as we saw. Okay, so the first thing I always like to do here is we're going to go to our crew.py file. I'm going to kind of erase, these are all just kind of comments. We can just come in here, erase these really quick to kind of give us, so it doesn't look like it's so bloated. Okay, so now we have 2 agents, and I want to add a 3rd agent. So what you'll do here is you'll come down here, you'll type in @agent. This is a decorator. We're not gonna get too much into that right now, but this is called a decorator. So we're gonna say def editing agent self. Then you can kind of just tab, especially if you're using Cursor. This is what I love about the tab completion of Cursor. It knows that the rest of these look very similar. So what happened was we want to get the config from the agents.yaml file for the editing agent, which we need to create, which we are going to create. But we also want a task for the editing agent. So as you can see here, like I didn't have to do anything. This is why I love Cursor, right? The tab completion for Cursor is by itself great enough. And see the edited report.md. Okay, so when we created the report.md that you see over here on the left, it's because for this task, we specified an output file, which is one of the parameters for task. But now when we created the editing task, right, we have the task decorator, which tells CrewAI, hey, this is a task for some agent. So we're gonna create the task. The configuration in the task YAML file will be called editing task. And we want this to actually output a different file called edited report.md. So this now means we need to also edit our agent YAML file. We need to provide, this is an editing agent. And again, this is why I love cursor. We need a role, goal, and backstory. The three main things that I said that you have to have for an agent. Okay, we can actually use this. So we just want to, this is the name, basically. The goal, edit the report to make it more readable and concise. You're a skilled editor with knack for making them. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Want it to be simple. I just really just an exercise in how to create it. So the same thing here. Under the task YAML file, we're going to create an editing task because that's what we named it, right? And then we have the expected output, and then a fully edited report that is more readable and concise. Okay, yep, that's fine. So the agent this is tied to is the editing agent that we had created. Now, if these names aren't the same, so if we name this something else that didn't exist, like agent didn't exist, it's going to error out and it won't work. But and you'll know. Okay, so now what we need to do is first off, make sure you save. Make sure you save all your files. So what we should be able to do now is basically let this work. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to GPT-5 so it can maybe do some web research, which you can do in your .env file right here. So I changed it to GPT-5. And the topic is local LLM with Ollama, and I just kind of want to have it say research online. Now, everything's saved. Make sure you saved it. Now I'm going to hit Command J. This is on a Mac. That's what the command might be, Control J for Windows. Now I'm going to just do the same thing. I'm going to say CrewAI run. So now the first task is the research task. It's called Local LLMs with Ollama Research Online Senior Data Researcher. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but just to let you know that what we've modified, it actually works. GPT-5 typically takes a little bit longer just because of the way it works. So it finally finished with the research task. And this is going to, because it did some research as well, it went and really gave us really great information about how to use Ollama locally. And like, here's some performance tuning and quantization choices. It gave us like models earlier, how to deploy in apps and on networks. Kind of really goes a little bit more advanced in what you need to know. But it gives actually right here it's giving a Python example of how to use it. But anyways, it's come in here, it did all the research online, and then grabbed that from resources and put it into some information that we're going to send off to the next agent. And then we have the reporting task. Okay, so it took all the research, which it got from the previous agent, and it's going to kind of, as you can see, it's kind of basically putting it into a more readable and more structured way. And so then what we have after this is we have the editing agent that's going to take this and give us a little bit more readable and concise version, because this is a lot of information, which isn't a bad thing. But if we just want to know some quick things about Ollama and local models, that might be a little bit too much. And then finally, the editing task completed. So it tried to make it a little bit more concise. Well, let's see if it did. Here we have the new report MD, which we can figure is about 420 lines. And then we have the edited report, which is about 254 lines. So it did. So let's go ahead and view this as Markdown. And yeah, so this is a little bit less information and a little bit more digestible as well. So it kind of gives you everything you need to know, like install, running, and manage models. I have the local system like here, I guess, is saying that are some of the better models depending on what you are doing that you can use locally. Here's some things for APIs, structuring the outputs, using vision with the chat API, RAG and embeddings fully local, performance tuning, and etc. Right? And this is actually a representation of maybe what my next video is going to be about and what you're going to learn. Okay, great. All this code will be available for you with the cheat sheet. Just join my free school community. It's in the description below. I'll teach you everything you need to know, and I'll have guides for you with some more advanced things for you to create. Okay, look, thank you for watching. I have more courses right here for you to watch right now.